public schools, everybody's score and ranking is like pasted on the wall.
Wow.
So you will see exactly where you stand.
That's crazy.
Like what your score is.
I didn't know that.
And it is kind of a way of like shaming you if you're like at the bottom.
Do you think they should do that here in America?
I don't know. America's its own culture.
Okay, guys. Sarah Jane here, etiquette expert, has her own show on Netflix and her own book. Thanks for coming on today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I know nothing about etiquette, so I'm actually excited to learn. My mom used to really scream at me at the lunch table for poor etiquette when I was younger.
Well, she's a Chinese mom, right?
Yeah.
Tiger?
Yeah. She's a snake, but yeah, similar energy, right?
No, but tiger. She's a snake and a tiger mom.
Yeah. Yeah. But
No, that's good. You always want a strict mom. You know, like when I teach etiquette, when I opened my etiquette schools, firstly in China, right? I brought the concept of a Swiss finishing school to China. It was for ladies. So I teach adult women. And everybody was like, oh, you should have a kids course. And I said, but no, like etiquette begins from the mother. And so what you said, like, you know, the mother is the single most important figure in a kid's life. And it really is her who should be the one kind of like showing her kid the ways of the world and the etiquette of the world.
Well, Asian mothers are pretty strict with it, but I think in the long run, it toughened me up, you know?
Tough love.
Tough love. I'm a believer in it.
Yeah.
I know some people aren't, but for me, it worked.
Yeah. Were you spanked?
I was spanked. I was slapped in the face if I hit the wrong piano note.
Wow, that is real tough love.
Yeah,
I was spanked. I don't think it was a bad thing that I was spanked for being naughty. Like sometimes you just need a good spanking.
Yeah.
But to be slapped in the face for hitting the wrong piano note, that's rough.
It is rough. I had to quit piano.
Next level. That's like Korean mom craziness.
Koreans are like that.
Yeah.
That's
that's why so many Koreans become stars. Like, you know, the Asian stars.
Really?
That are Korean. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They were all like, you know, performance pianists and this and that because their mothers were so strict.
I know Koreans get really drunk, right?
They do. They do. That's why, you know, growing up in Hong Kong, like basically all Chinese girls were told by their parents, don't marry a Korean guy because he's gonna beat you up. I'm probably gonna get canceled by like Koreans now.
Yeah.
But it's kind of the saying.
You might. There's a lot of Koreans that get hammered and get a little angry, you know? How's the etiquette in America compared to China? Like, is it really different?
You know, I don't want to get canceled in America. But yeah, it's really different. It's really different. And I often say in etiquette, there is never like a black or white, right or wrong. It's contextual. So it really depends on who you're with. And even like the culture, the age of the people, right? Like what industry, the circle you're in.
Yeah.
But I split my time between the US and China. I love it because they're two of my most favorite countries in the world and they could not be more different. And when I'm in China, like I'm really fucking Chinese to the point that like my parents who, you know, I mean, my family's like, I grew up in Hong Kong, right?
Yeah.
To the point that my dad is like, whoa, like when did you come so mainland?
Damn.
And when I'm in America, I'm really American.
Interesting. So you kind of can turn it on and off.
Yeah. But to me, like the highest goal of etiquette is to go native. My favorite course at Georgetown was anthropology. And it's a study of human behavior. And we would often talk about like being in the field, like in anthropology, which is really just the observation. Like you would go to Papua New Guinea or you go to New York City and you kind of like observe. That's being in the field. And the goal ultimately is to go native. And I feel that for me, I love it when I can feel like I'm going native no matter where I am.
Yeah. So you like it in LA, huh?
Love it in LA.
Really? I hear either you hate it or love it when it comes to LA.
You know, I used to always think of myself as an East Coast girl because when I was 14 years old, I left Hong Kong, big city, right? Moved to Exeter, New Hampshire for boarding school. And then Georgetown and Harvard Business School, I also worked in New York City. So I am very much an East Coast girl. And then I spent well over a decade of my career in China opening my finishing schools. Now, when my Netflix show came out, Mind Your Manners came out, and I had a lot more opportunities.
All right, guys, Sean Kelly here, host of the Digital Social Hour podcast. Just filmed 33 amazing episodes at Student Action Summit. Shout out to Code Health, sponsor of these episodes, but also I took them before filming each day. Felt amazing. Just filmed 20 episodes straight and I'm not even tired, honestly. So Code Health, amazing products. I also take these at home, especially when I traveled. I used to get sick every time I flew, and I started taking that. First time, I haven't had a runny nose, knock on wood. One standout element, it's so easy. You got the travel pack here, but you could just take this, fit it in your pocket if you need to. Also, all natural, like only saline solution in there. So you don't got to worry about any crazy side effects or anything. Yeah, Code's unique. With supplements, there's a lot of who knows what's in those ingredients. Code Health, I haven't seen much like this, where it's just based off the codes that are in the saline solutions. So I would say they're very unique. It's going to be the future of health and medicine. Code Health has been awesome.
Feel the drop and go code yourself.
Come back stateside. I was trying to think if I should just get a place here, and should I base myself out of LA or New York? And I chose LA because I believe in having different experiences, like having new and fresh experiences. So LA to me was a new city. In terms of like my Netflix stuff or, my podcast stuff, I launched a Mind Your Manners podcast. It made more sense to be in LA as well.
Yeah.
And in retrospect, I'm so glad I chose LA because the wellness and spirituality, like sort of the spiritual growth that I've had is exactly what I needed after spending a decade in China.
Interesting.
Like in China, there's a lot of focus on material growth.
Yeah.
And even Hong Kong. Hong Kong is an extremely materialistic society. The culture is money.
Yeah.
And there's very little spirituality. A lot of people will say, a lot of people will, like, of course, there's Buddhism, there's Taoism, all that stuff, which I really respect and I lean into. But there's not that many people who are, I don't want to get canceled by so. But like when there's like some businessman who's like playing with his Buddhist beads saying, I have a Buddha shrine in my temple, I'm like, yeah, like that's like a red flag for me. But coming to LA and learning about just so much of the spiritual healing that's going on, it's really helped with my spiritual growth.
I could see that. Yeah, if I brought up spirituality or mental health to my Chinese mother growing up, she'd
slap you.
She would have laughed at me. You know what I mean? Like that's like taboo to talk about.
Oh yeah, like therapy is, nobody gets therapy in China. Now thank God it's changing because the younger kids are realizing the importance of it. But there's some huge cultural differences.
Oh, I bet. When I first went to therapy, I felt so much shame, to be honest. Like I was like, damn, I'm really going to therapy.
What age did you go?
I went in college, so I was like 21 or something.
Yeah, you were young, but what a beautiful thing that you went early.
Yeah. Well, mental health is a big thing these days,
Because I didn't start seeing a therapist until I was 29.
Wow.
Which was
you had a lot of trauma by then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Dating all the wrong guys. I always think of my dating life as pre and post therapy.
Well, it must be intimidating to date you because like you're the etiquette queen. You know what I mean? These guys are like, shit, I gotta be on point.
Well, yeah. I remember I went on a date in Beijing and the great thing, and remember, like I didn't speak Mandarin growing up, right? I spoke Cantonese because I grew up in Hong Kong. And the language of China is Mandarin.
Yeah.
But a great way to brush up on your language is to date somebody native. So, I was dating, Chinese guys who didn't speak English. And I remember I went on a date. There was a guy took me on a super fancy date at this French restaurant. And he was really sweet. And then at the end of it, he said, do you mind telling me since you teach etiquette, is there anything that I did that was bad etiquette tonight? I know. Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah. But like, I laughed and I said, because I don't try to look out for like bad etiquette things that people do because why would I put that on myself or on the other person? But I just kind of laughed and I said, well, the way you ate your oyster with your butter knife was kind of cute.
Well, there's certain things that are definitely a turn off, like mouth chewers.
A lot of those all over the world.
Especially in China with the soup. Oh my God, they be slurping it up right next to me at the pho spot.
You know what? When I'm in China, I'm slurping it up too.
Like you're loud with it though? I don't know.
You got to do it because that shows it's tasty. It's still like a ladylike slurp. It's not one of those like.
The Tri-Light from Therasage is no joke. Medical grade red and near infrared light with 3 frequencies per light, deep healing, real results, and totally portable. It's legit. Photo biomodulation tech in a flexible on-body panel. This is the Tri-Light from Therasage and it's next level red light therapy. It's got 118 high-powered polychromatic lights, each delivering 3 healing frequencies, red and near infrared from 580 to 980 nanometers. Optimal penetration, enhanced energy, skin rejuvenation, pain relief, better performance, quicker recovery, and so much more. Therasage has been leading the game for over 25 years, and this panel is FDA listed and USB powered. Ultra soft and flexible and ultra portable. On-body red light therapy I use daily and I take it everywhere I travel. This is the Thera O3 ozone module from Therasage. It's a portable ozone and negative ion therapy in one. It boosts oxygen, clears and sanitizes the air, and even helps your mood. It's a total game changer at home or on the go. This little device is the Thera O3 ozone module by Therasage, and it's one of my favorite wellness tools. In the sauna, it boosts ozone absorption through your skin up to 10 times, oxygenating your blood and supporting deep detox. Outside the sauna, it purifies the air, killing germs, bacteria, viruses, and mold, and it improves mood and sleep with negative ion therapy. It's compact, rechargeable, and perfect for travel, planes, offices, hotel rooms, you name it. It's like carrying clean energy wherever you go. This is the Thera H2 Go from Therasage, the only bottle with molecular hydrogen structured water and red light in one. It hydrates, energizes, and detoxes water upgraded. The Thera H2 Go from Therasage isn't just a water bottle. It's next level hydration. It infuses your water with molecular hydrogen, one of the most powerful antioxidants out there. That means less oxidative stress, more energy, and faster recovery. But here's what makes it stand out. It's the only bottle that also structures your water and adds red light to supercharge it. It's sleek, portable, and honestly, I don't go anywhere without it.
No pharma style slopes.
Yeah.
But it is one of the differences.
I guess, yeah. I guess if it's part of the culture, you got to respect it, right? I didn't know Chinese people saw that as like a compliment.
Yeah, and you know what? In China, if you tell someone that they're fat, it's polite.
Really?
Yeah. In America, no way. You'd get harpooned if you told somebody like, hey, you look fatter these days. But in China, it's actually it's very polite and it's kind of flattering because it shows that you're engaging with somebody and that you care. And so just as someone will be like, oh, have you eaten yet? Like, have you had lunch? Or, oh, you look a little fatter. What's wrong? Oh, you look like you're heaty. Because people love to use traditional Chinese medicine kind of phrases. Like, you look like you have too much heat in you. Is everything okay? Are you stressed? And so I'll do that when I see my friends in China. Or when they see me, they'll be like, oh, you lost weight. Like, oh, you gained weight.
I actually like that. I like being direct. I feel like Chinese people are pretty direct.
Super direct.
Yeah, not even just with weight, but just in general. Like, they won't hold back.
Yep.
Which is good if you can handle it, right? Some people, that would break them mentally, I think.
Yeah, people are soft these days.
I think so. Very soft.
Your generation's also pretty soft.
Yeah, I'm like a millennial.
I'm a millennial.
I'm the last year. I was born in 97.
Oh, yeah. So, the generation below you is
Gen Z, I think.
Gen Z, they're too soft.
What do you think's causing them to be so soft?
Their parents.
'Cause
Over coddling. It's really interesting. I feel that with Gen Z, on the one hand, they have so much empathy for the world in terms of like environmentalism and being politically correct and woke ideals, etc. Right? And the care and concern they have for our planet is a beautiful thing. But at the same time, it's like they have no empathy for people around them who, let's say, whether they're at workplaces, because like companies are firing, they're not happy with that generation of employees because they're like, oh, you said this to me, I'm gonna sue you or I'm gonna quit. Right? There's a lack of grit. I
can see that. I wonder if social media played a role in that.
Probably.
Because now you could just say whatever you want, and then once you're in person, you don't know how to act.
Oh yeah, I went to Phillips Extra Academy, and actually I gave the opening assembly talk to the students there, and I was chatting with the teachers and the students, and there's an Instagram handle account called like Asian at Exeter, Black at Exeter, and it's good to have a voice, but then sometimes then it like I feel like teachers are afraid of students now.
Because they don't want them talking about them.
Or like on social media and canceling them.
Right.
Saying like, oh, this teacher did this and this.
I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps the show a lot with the algorithm. Thank you.
And back in my day, students were afraid of teachers. And I don't think I want to send my kid to a school where the teachers are afraid of them, because
100%.
I want them to be disciplined, and respectful towards that teacher. Maybe I'm too much of a tiger mom. I don't know.
No, I agree. I didn't know that was happening in schools, but that makes sense, because now if you have 50 kids in a class all talking online about the teacher, they could get fired, right?
Exactly. Teachers live in fear of students.
Wow. That's going to have them hold back, the teachers.
Yeah.
They'll be scared to teach controversial topics.
Yes. Yeah. Or they're even scared to give kids a bad grade. Then the kid will be like, oh, I don't deserve a B+. I should get an A-. And then otherwise I'll out you on social media or something.
Yeah. When it comes to grades, I feel like Asians are the strictest.
Yeah. We don't believe in grade inflation.
Yeah. I don't think you can't get much more strict than Chinese mothers with grades.
And your mother's from Beijing, right?
Yeah.
So in mainland China, the public schools, everybody's score and ranking is like pasted on the wall.
Wow.
So you will see exactly where you stand.
That's crazy.
Like what your score is.
I didn't know that.
And it is kind of a way of like shaming you if you're like at the bottom.
Do you think they should do that here in America?
I don't know. America's its own culture.
That's true. I think too many parents would complain about that here. Wow. Shout out to my mom for dealing with that. I did not know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she went to the best university over there.
Tsinghua, Beida.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she said it was really hard to get into it.
That is impressive.
I know, and I'm like the opposite. I got like D's and had a 1.7.
Yeah, and you dropped out of Rutgers.
Yeah, dropped out.
But dropouts are the way to go in America, right?
These
Bill
days,
Gates, Mark Zuckerberg.
in China, you drop out, you're getting kicked out of your family, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's over. And in China, your whole life depends on one school, which is called Gaokao. And Gaokao is at the end of high school, you take one exam. That school you get determines your life, because it determines what university you go to, which then, basically determines the rest of your life.
Wow. So that's a lot of pressure on that test.
People commit suicide.
Holy crap. So is that like the SATs of China?
No, because in America, you have SATs, but that's just like a 20% portion. It's like a check, like, okay, they got a 1600, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But then there's an interview portion. There's like, oh, varsity sports, your personality. Do you have a portfolio? Right? And that's why rich families in China, or even families in China who know that their kid will not get a good Gaokao score, then they send them to America.
There's a lot of Chinese students.
Oh, yeah.
At universities.
Probably like hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, it's a good amount.
Quote me, but
I always wondered why they were coming here, but that makes sense now.
Yeah, because of that one score.
Damn, that's crazy. You went to boarding school. You were a year behind Mark Zuckerberg.
Yes.
Did you ever meet him?
We weren't friends. I mean, I definitely knew who he was.
Yeah.
And he actually is very much like how he's portrayed in that movie, The Social Network.
Yeah, I saw that one.
I was like, wow, like that's so on point. His best friend was a guy called Adam D'Angelo. And in my dorm at Exeter, I was assigned, when you're new, you're assigned like a big sister in your dorm who takes care of you. And this Vietnamese girl, Steph Nguyen, she lived directly opposite me, and she was my assigned big sister. And if you open our doors, you'd see into each other's rooms. And so she was dating this. She was a senior. I was a sophomore, and she was dating a junior who's a super tall, lanky guy, Adam D'Angelo. And he would come and visit her, and sometimes she'd be like, "Oh, Sarah Jane, come over, hang out with us." And so I'd go over, say hi, and she'd be like, "Oh, Adam, we need to find Sarah a boyfriend. How about your best friend, Mark? He likes Asian girls."
So even back then, he liked them.
Probably. And I remember being like, "Ew, he's a nerd."
Biggest fumble of your life.
I know, biggest fumble of my life.
Did you know at the time he was gonna be successful, or was he just?
Well, our school had a lot of really interesting students.
Yeah.
The term Facebook actually came from a book at our school.
Wow.
Officially, it was called the Photo Address Book, but colloquially, everybody called it the Facebook. So we'd say, and this was, I graduated 2003 from Exeter. I went there at 2000, so it was before cell phones, right? And everybody had like a phone landline extension in their room, and then email address, which had, like kind of just kicked off this whole email thing. And people would say, oh, like look, get his extension in the Facebook. Oh, look her up in the Facebook. And it had literally every student's black and white photo, their home address, and then their email and their extension. And so I can only guess that the Facebook, that term came from.
Wow.
Our school Facebook.
Is that where the Winklevoss twins went to, or was that college when
No, the Winklevoss twin, or the Winklevi, which I think is so hilarious.
Winklevi?
Yeah, because, it's like the plural of Winklevoss.
Oh.
I thought it was so clever.
I didn't know
that
that.
in the social network. The Winklevoss twins went to Harvard undergrad with him. I don't know where they went for boarding school.
Okay. You went to Harvard too, right? Business school?
Oh, yeah. I went to Georgetown undergrad and then HBS.
Was that like the hardest 4 years of your life?
Which one?
Harvard?
Well, MBA is 2 years.
Oh, 2 years.
And the hardest thing is really getting in. I remember once I got in, my dad said, and my dad hosted like a big family dinner for me in Hong Kong before I went off to boarding school. Before I went off to Harvard Business School when I was 24. And he raised his glass. He said, I don't have high expectations of my daughter at Harvard Business School. I just wish that she doesn't fail. And I was like, Dad, are you kidding me? I was a straight A student at Georgetown. Like, I'm not going to fail. Like, I can't believe you said that in front of our whole family.
Yeah.
And he's like, I know my daughter. I just hope she doesn't fail out of Harvard Business School. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And then I got to Harvard Business School. And the way things are, the way you're graded is on a bell curve. So the bottom 10% get a grade 3. The top 10% in class get a grade 1. And then the middle 80% get a grade 2. And everybody was telling me, like, I had some friends who were second years because MBA is a 2-year program.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, it's impossible to get grade 2. It's impossible to get it. So they said it's impossible to get a 3. It's impossible to get a 3. Right? Because that means you're the bottom 10% of the class. So in my mind, I was like, it's impossible to get a 3. So I never studied. I walked into every exam cold. But I did all the readings and I loved being in class and everything. And I would count like how many grade 3s I could get away with to move on, to the next semester or next year. And in fact, a week before graduation, if I didn't rewrite an independent study essay, I would have failed out of Harvard Business School.
Wow.
And I remember like there's like a 1 week or 2 week break in between when you finish classes and you graduate.
Yeah.
And I'd gone back to Beijing. Actually, I'd gone to China to visit some friends. And I was sitting at dinner in a restaurant, and on my BlackBerry, I got an email from my independent study professor. And they said, Sarah Jane, you didn't make the changes that you said you would make in this essay. You just turned in the same version. If that's the case, I'm going to have to give you a 3. And I immediately mentally counted, wait, what other classes do I have 3s in? And I was like, shit, that means I'm not going to graduate. I left the dinner table right there. I was like, guys, I'm sorry, I have to go. Went back, opened my laptop, revised my essay, and graduated.
Wow. Was it worth it? Really? You actually utilized the degree?
They say that business school, I think that it doesn't make sense to go to business school unless you're going to like a really top business school.
Right.
Because the people you meet are so inspirational and the friends that I met there, they challenge me, they provoke me in the best way, they inspire me. We're learning from each other all the time. And for me, it was also a great way because I'd done investment banking before that. And in investment banking, I'd worked so hard. So career growth, I felt like I had a lot of career growth. But personally, like I didn't have any time for self-reflection, no bandwidth to be present in myself.
Yeah.
So there was like basically no personal growth and definitely no spiritual growth. And going to Harvard Business School gave me a 2-year place to park myself, which looked good on the resume. I was meeting amazing folks. But at the same time, I was able to spend a lot of time, not just partying, but, which I did a lot of, but also just thinking like, what do I want out of life? Where do I want to live?
Yeah.
And it was there that I had my business idea to move to Beijing and open an etiquette school.
I love it. I got to hear about these Harvard parties.
Yeah, they were.
They actually party over there?
Are you kidding me? Like 4 times a week.
No way.
We'd party till 5 or 6 a.m.
What? Harvard?
HBS is a huge party school.
All these nerds are out here drinking and
because the hardest part is getting in, and then you just kind of coast. But everybody's super social. Well, I guess not everybody, but like a lot of people are very social. I remember I'd sleep for an hour, wake up at 7, and I'd go to class.
Holy
You
crap.
can only do that in your 20s.
Yeah, there's no way right now I could pull that off.
No, me at 39 now, no.
Yeah. Still looking for husband?
Me?
Yeah.
I have a husband.
Oh, you do?
I do.
How long you been married?
I've been married for 3 years. My husband doesn't speak English. He's in China.
Wow.
Yeah, it's so great. I mean, sometimes I do have to use Google Translate.
Oh, he speaks Mandarin?
When he throws out like a Chinese idiom. And I'm like, oh, what does this mean? Hang on.
Damn. So you picked a Chinese guy over American. I see how it is.
Yeah.
Damn.
But no, he's amazing. I feel very lucky to have found him.
That's impressive that you can do 6 months there, 6 months here. He doesn't come with you?
Oh, no. I'm back and forth like every month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he comes too.
Nice. Does he like it over here?
He loves it. My stepson was born in LA.
Really?
So we're very comfortable in LA.
I think it's good to experience multi-cultures too.
Totally.
Like I'm a halfie and got to see my white ass family on the farm and then the Asian side, working hard.
Were they literally on the farm?
Yeah. My dad grew up on a farm.
In Ireland?
In Pennsylvania. Yeah. So that's how my whole dad's side of the family was raised.
Wow. I think the ultimate luxury these days is to have a farm. Have your own chickens, laying your own eggs, getting your own raw milk.
Yeah. I just started one little garden.
In Vegas?
Yeah. It's hard out here. It's really hard.
What do you have?
We got tomatoes, jalapeno peppers, basil, strawberries. There's not much you could grow out here. We're in a desert, so.
Yeah, I know. So you have like a greenhouse?
No, it's outside, just in the shade. And then we got a lemon tree, lime tree, pomegranate tree. I like gardening.
Yeah, nice. Who's we?
Me and my fiance. Getting married this year.
Congratulations.
I know. 8 years in, finally pulled the trigger.
Wow. So all of your 20s, you're with one person?
Yeah, been with the same girl my whole life.
How do you feel?
Good. I hear about the dating stories these days, and it's horrible. Dating in America.
Really?
Yeah, it's rough.
Well, wow, interesting.
You don't hear these stories with your friends out here?
Yes, now, but to me, dating in New York in my 20s was just the most fun thing.
Really?
Ever. And it was remember, it was like pre-apps, right?
Pre-apps, pre-OnlyFans.
Yeah, and I just love the pickup culture.
Mm.
And I just met so many interesting people, not necessarily that I dated, but even some I just became friends with, because you'd be clubbing, you'd be tables next to each other, or you'd be in Chinatown getting dim sum, and then somebody would walk over. And I think it's a great shame for the younger generation, for the post-dating app generation, to have missed out on the pickup culture.
Mm. Yeah, you don't get picked up in person anymore. Guys aren't confident as they used to be, I feel like.
Well, I think that I don't think it's like necessarily the change in confidence in guys. I just think that it's easier now to hide behind an app.
True.
Like guys didn't have that before. But
Yeah.
it is tough for guys. It is, I guess, like rejection's a real thing, right? Is it?
Yeah, I used to get rejected. Yeah, it sucks.
And so would you rather just even not reach out?
Yeah, I'd rather not even do it, It sucks to get rejected. You can't relate. Girls don't get rejected, People pursue girls like guys pursue, and then you just sit back and pick who you want. It's easier. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is easier being a girl in that sense. But I do feel like younger girls do actively pursue guys. Like I feel like the younger generation, they ask guys out. And I think,
Really?
yeah, and they'll like just DM me that on Instagram, and I'll be like, that is good for you. Like that is a sign of confidence.
Really? I wish that happened to me. I didn't know that was a thing.
Too late for you now.
I know. I got the one now, so I'm chilling. Hopefully some kids soon and start a family. Yeah. Feng Shui.
Yeah, yeah. I grew up with it.
I'm gonna have to learn from you how to set up the house and the office.
Send me photos. I'll do a little,
So that stuff actually works though?
Yeah.
What's the idea behind it, I guess?
So feng shui, feng shui. Okay, so feng means wind, shui means water. So actually feng shui literally translate means wind, water. And it's about, I guess you can look at feng shui, like people think of feng shui practically as arranging your house, right? And that's kind of like the easiest way to understand it. But it's actually much more encompassing than just arranging your house. It can be looking at your face and seeing how the features of your face, what that says about your personality. It can be taking your 八字 Ba is 8, zi is characters. And these are the 8 characters that are the year, month, date, time of your birth. And from this, a Feng Shui master can deduct the date of your death.
Whoa, what?
Yeah. So
you could predict?
Date of your birth. We can like a Feng Shui master will know the date of your death.
And is that pretty accurate usually?
I'll tell you a story about that.
Okay.
And so so it's like, it's really all encompassing. But the way we really think of it is there are a couple of phrases, like yin and yang, right? People like to throw around. So it's really about like having a space and energy that is harmonious. So whether that's yin and yang, so yin being kind of the soft, the feminine, the moon, the dark, yang being the masculine, the sun, the hard, right? Like every part of your body or every space in your house needs to have like a balance of yin and yang. There's also the 5 elements, 金木水火土. So that's metal, wood, water, fire, and earth, right? Like even in your house, there needs to be a balance of elements. If you have a house, and it's very trendy these days to have an all white house, like white sofa, white carpet, white walls, like blah, 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 that actually, in Feng Shui terms, that will cause you anxiety.
Damn. Because
it's too extreme. There isn't a balance, right? So that's an example. And Feng Shui is about maximizing the upside of your life and minimizing the downside. So if you know, for example, that this year you can tell in your chart, like this year's going to be a rocky year, then you arrange things or you put certain Feng Shui objects in places that will help you minimize that downside. Because in Chinese culture, we believe that your destiny is already laid out, right? But you can also change it slightly according to Feng Shui and also like acts that you do as a human being.
Right. It's karma.
Yeah. And it's interesting because I'm studying Kabbalah right now. And actually Kabbalah says the same thing. Like half of your destiny is like, they say 50% is fixed, but 50% you can actually change.
Wow.
So when you asked me, can from a date of birth, can we tell the date of death? I grew up in Hong Kong with Feng Shui masters running around the house like, since as young as I can remember. And we had a Feng Shui master. His name was Rambo.
What a name.
I know. I think he lives in Macau now. He has a lot of casino clients. But he told my mother that when she was 52 years old, she would stop working. And my mother was a workaholic. I mean, she loved to work. She was very ambitious. She was a career woman, always working late nights, like going on business trips. And she really thrived in it. And when Rambo told her this, I remember I was off at boarding school at this point. She would, every now and then she'd bring it up. She'd say, Rambo said that by 52, I'm going to stop working and I'm really anxious. Like what will happen to me? And I'm so scared and da-da-da-da-da. And I would say, Mom, like, stop. Like, maybe you'll find something else to do. Who knows what, like, but maybe do like philanthropy or something.
Yeah.
And when she was 51, she was diagnosed with terminal liver cancer.
Damn.
And when she died, it was before the age of 52.
No way.
Yeah.
Holy crap. That's scary.
Yeah.
Because I kind of don't want to know when I'm going to die. You know what I mean?
I don't want to know either.
I feel like it's better just to live.
And so that's why Rambo had never told her he never said this is when you'll die. He said it's when you're going to stop working.
Damn. So he knew, but he just didn't.
Because he can't reveal the secret of the heavens to that degree. Once my mother got that diagnosis, my father immediately called Rambo and said, you said this about my wife. Now she's got this diagnosis. What's going to happen? Is she going to make it? And Rambo was just he was like, oh yeah, no, she'll be fine. She'll recover. And then, she'll just kind of pursue her interests. But he knew. He just couldn't say. He couldn't say.
That's nuts.
And then my dad got a second Feng Shui master as a second opinion.
Yeah.
And he gave that Feng Shui master our families like bazi, right? The 8 characters that show, up until time of birth. And when he picked up that Feng Shui master team to our house, as soon as the Feng Shui master got into the car, and my dad even mentioned my mother's diagnosis, the first thing he said was, Mr. Ho, this year is the worst year for your wife in terms of health. She will be hospitalized between May 15 and June 15. And if she survives that, she will be hospitalized again between October 15 and November 15.
Holy crap.
My dad didn't even tell her. Like, he just came, like, he was just working off of the bazi. My mother went into the hospital June 2nd and she passed away June 7th.
Oh my gosh.
And that's all part of Feng Shui.
Wow. That's nuts. So 50% destiny, 50% you could change.
Yeah.
I wonder if death is one of those things you can alter.
You can, but it takes a lot. Like you have to. There's a book in a very old book in Chinese culture. So after this happened, my dad quit his businesses and just studied feng shui.
Wow.
Yeah, like he was like, this is too crazy. Like, and just studied.
So he didn't even believe it.
No, we did believe it because we had feng shui masters. But like he was so affected by it, he was like, I need to know how people can know these things. And my dad's a very studious person. He likes to learn. So, and what my dad would do is actually, he would then go to the cemeteries in Hong Kong and they're kind of like stone slabs because, you know, people burn ashes. And so they have urns like in these stone slabs. And on the stone slab, they have date of birth and date of death. And because my dad's a Virgo, he's an overachiever. He would go to each one. He would take down all the data, the names, date of birth and date of death. And then as his own homework to test himself, he would cover up the date of death and see if he could calculate from the date of birth.
No way.
Date of death. Yeah. I mean, he obviously didn't have the times because the time is also very important, but that's what he would do.
Oh my God.
And he was like pretty accurate.
Is it a specific pattern for the year you're born versus death? Is it like, does it end in the same number or something?
Honestly, I've never studied it myself. It's kind of beyond me.
Okay.
But it's common knowledge amongst Chinese people that feng shui can tell you.
Damn. I do believe in the enemy year. Like I have rough years what is it, 8 years?
本命年.
Something like that. Yeah.
So 本命年 is, in Chinese zodiac, it's 12 years.
12 years.
So there are 12 animals. And what's your zodiac animal?
I'm an ox.
I'm an ox too.
Oh yeah?
I'm officially 12 years older than you.
Wow. I've never met another ox. This is awesome.
And an ox is very, very hardworking, very honest, you know, loyal. What happens is each year is a different year, right? So right now, 2025, we're year of the snake. If this year is the same year zodiac that you were born in, so let's say it's like year of the ox, that is your worst year for feng shui. And so that's your enemy year, I guess is what you're calling it, 本命年. And that's when you really have to get a feng shui master and just change up stuff in your house or make sure you wear a lot of red.
Red.
Because red protects you against evil energy.
I always like the color red.
It's a good color. I mean, Chinese people love it. Red and gold.
Yeah, I noticed that. They love red and dragons.
Yep.
Dang. Okay. And when it comes to dating and friendships, do you care what sign they are usually?
Yeah. I mean, for me, like when I start liking someone, before I was married, yeah, like and it's very common to kind of for people to just like throw around, oh, are you a pig? Oh, are you a ox? Are you a snake? You know,
in China, right?
Yeah, in China, right? In China, and but like families will care. Families will be like, oh, their zodiac sign's not a good sign for our family.
Damn, because there are enemy zodiac signs, right? Each one has an enemy.
Yes. So if it's 4 years apart, then it's Chong, which is conflict.
4 years apart.
Yeah. And then it's 六合, so it's 6 years apart. It's good. It's harmonious. And I mean, in fact, like there are families I know in Hong Kong where whoever the kid was dating, they were told they could not pursue them because it was a bad 八字.
Wow. I wonder if they knew this with arranged marriages because my grandparents were arranged.
On your mom's side, back in Beijing, back in the day? Yeah, well, arranged marriages, it's kind of like China and India are very similar like this. You just have the birth date. And it's based on that.
Yeah, because they never even saw each other. Like they didn't know what the other one looked like and they got married. Crazy to me, but
yeah.
I guess that was, I don't know if they still do that, but.
Not anymore. But I think in India they do.
Really? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Even if we matched up on the charts, I don't know. I don't think I could do it.
No, yeah.
I want to see what they look like first, at least. Like, I want
to date you first.
Yeah, I'm 6'6". Like, what if they're like 4 feet tall or something? You know, we got to match. And there's more than just like looks, but I just want to at least look at them first. Are you doing another show or is that a one-time thing?
The Netflix show was a one-time thing. Just launched my own podcast, Mind Your Manners, the podcast, about a month or two ago. And I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Nice.
You know, like, I don't know if it's a case for you doing your podcast. Initially, you know, for me, it's like whatever interests me is what I think will interest my audience. My podcast has also become very transformative for me. Like not only have I learned a lot, But also it makes me reflect a lot on like how I bring it into my personal life. And there's a lot of like, it's almost very confronting. Like some things, some of the topics, if they've touched me personally,
Mhm.
and I think like, could I have done that better? You know, like in my life, if applying it to my life, or how will I apply it to my life going forwards?
100%.
Yeah.
Podcasting is like a form of therapy for me.
That's exactly what it's been for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I get a lot off my chest. I learn a lot, like you said, meet a lot of interesting perspectives too from around the world. Because a lot of people are in bubbles and they don't get outside perspectives ever,
Yeah.
you know? But I get to meet you. I get to meet someone from Australia, a feminist, someone from the Red Pill movement, all sorts of people. It doesn't matter, but it's fun. Shout out to podcasting. What's the goal for your show? Like, you want to build out a network or?
I think at this point, I guess because it's a new show, just kind of like making it 100% as real and authentic as it can be.
That's cool.
Is my first step.
I know you got a wellness brand too, right? You're launching.
Yeah. I have it's a feminine care brand. So it's actually a traditional Chinese medicine formulated feminine care brand. So we have wash wipes and sprays for your down south,
Oh, yeah.
vagina. Well, for your vulva technically. We don't have anything for douching. Everything's for the external genitalia. And our brand's called Antivorta, which means goddess of the future in Roman mythology. My co-founder Annie, she's Taiwanese. She actually went into early menopause at the age of 35. So she had major vaginal dryness, which led to vaginal itching. And she tried everything like lasers, injections. She even did acupuncture on her vagina.
Oh my God.
And nothing worked until one day she had a vaginal massage using a traditional Chinese medicine cream. And so when she shared this with me, I'm a total TCM junkie. Like I grew up in Hong Kong on herbal remedies. And we really bonded over our shared love for TCM. We were always swapping practitioners, tips, this and that in Shanghai. And I told her, listen, as international Chinese women, let's take what makes us healthy and happy and share it with women around the rest of the world. So we spent 2 years developing the formula. We launched a year ago. We just got picked up by QVC.
Wow.
Yeah, which is actually a very on-brand customer for us because it turns out, and menopause has obviously been a huge like movement this year. We didn't know that 3 years ago, right? Nobody was talking about menopause back then. But we've kind of like ridden this menopause wave. And also this trend post-COVID in the States towards holistic wellness and medicine.
Yeah.
And people understanding that Western medicine is about covering symptoms, fixing symptoms, and Chinese medicine is about prevention. And so, yeah, we were lucky to catch this wave and very excited to bring TCM, to women in New York, London, Paris.
Let's go. Get some vaginal massages, ladies. Let's go.
Exactly.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Neither did I.
Did she have to go outside the country for that or?
No, Shanghai's full of them.
Oh, Shanghai.
Yeah. So Shanghai, because she's, she lives between Taiwan, where our factories are, and her family businesses, traditional Chinese medicine, and then in Shanghai, and I'm between LA and Shanghai. No, Shanghai is like, women in Shanghai really take care of themselves.
Nice.
And so they're doing like everything. I mean, there's like yoni steaming. There's like literally like super nice, luxurious little spas where you go into a room and everybody has their yoni steaming. Do you know what yoni steaming is? It's like where you steam your vagina.
Really? What does that do
with
to
herbs.
It just
It's good for you.
interesting. I haven't heard of that. Yoni steaming.
Gwyneth Paltrow does it. Honestly,
Really?
Gwyneth Paltrow was really like one of the early adopters of a lot of holistic wellness practices.
I want to try acupuncture. Have you tried that?
I do it twice a week.
Holy
I
crap.
just did yesterday.
And you actually notice results?
Yes. I do it to regulate my period.
It helps with your period.
Because I fly so much, every time I do a long haul trip, my period's delayed by a couple of days.
Damn.
So what I do is, it's actually in the tailbone of my back. There are these points called the sacral points. In Chinese, they're called 八髎. And he does 4 needles in like a V shape. And literally, if I'm late, like my period will then come like very soon.
No way.
Or if I'm spotting, starts to get
What's spotting? I don't even know what that is.
Spotting is when your period's trying to come, but it's like not coming.
Okay.
You have an 8-year girlfriend. How do
She's
you?
never mentioned this. Spotting? I don't think guys know what that is.
Okay, it's when your period's trying to come, but it's not coming.
Okay.
And you're spotting. Then I'll get that acupuncture done, and I'll come off the acupuncture bed, and my period will come. It'll be like
What?
heavy flow.
That's crazy.
I have a girlfriend. She's in New York City. white girl, never been to China, very good friend of mine. She didn't have her period for a year in her 20s.
Jeez.
A year. And then she went to acupuncture for something else, for her back. And her acupuncturist was like, oh, like, is there anything else that's bothering you? Anything else going on with your body? And she's like, oh, I haven't had my period in over a year. Put in her needles, the next day got her period.
No way. So periods could be like, if they're late, it's like an energy blockage thing. Is that the idea?
Yeah. In traditional Chinese medicine, a woman's health begins in her uterine health. So your feminine health is, in fact, your period is a report card of your health. Like, are you regular? Have your light flow? Do you blood clots? Do you have cramps? All these things.
Yeah, that makes sense. Some people a lot of girls I talk to are late actually these days.
Yeah. And that's because of all sorts of things like environmental stresses, the food we're eating, stuff we're putting in our bodies.
The actual pads too are like plastic and
tampons.
Yeah, the tampons.
Pads. Finally, they've been exposed. But think about how long we were using them.
Your whole life.
Yeah.
Crazy. Is there an alternative yet to those?
Yeah, now there are. So, and I use some. I use an Italian brand that's entirely 100% like natural organic cotton for pads. Yeah, but it's nuts. It's really nuts.
That's crazy. Yeah, I got to try that.
America is seen as sort of the richest country in the world, right? But it's really shocking at the lack of safety and the lack of like surveillance of what's in the ingredients of things we're using compared to other countries.
Oh, 100%. And we don't talk about parasites here. Yeah, I know it's common in Eastern cultures to do parasite cleanses, but no one told me about it here until I was like 25. And then I did my first cleanse. I had so many parasites.
Wait, what? I need to do parasite cleanse.
You've never done one?
No.
Oh, I thought it was normal in China. Really?
What is it? Tell me about it.
There's different types. There's herbal remedies where you just take them, but you should first find out if you have any. So get a scan done and then see, you got to take specific herbs based off the parasite. So like I had a tapeworm, I had ringworm, all these different ones. Everyone does. Like if you eat sushi, if you drink tap water.
Oh yeah. Wait, and so what kind of scan do you get?
There's energetic scans. I could connect you with my, he's actually an Eastern medicine doctor, Chris Motley.
Great.
Yeah, he has this device that scans your organs, sees what you have.
I would love that.
Yeah, it's crazy. I had a tapeworm though, because I've always been skinny, super skinny.
So you figured out you'd had a tapeworm for like 20 years?
I don't know how long it was, but yeah, some people have like 20-foot long tapeworms in them. You got to pull it out of the throat.
Wait, I thought you poop it out. I have a guy friend who.
If they're 20 feet, you can't really shit that one out. But yeah,
it was 20 feet long. Your one?
No, not mine, but someone I know. Yeah, tapeworms can get long because they're eating all the food you're eating.
Wow.
But you definitely have some, like almost everyone does.
Yeah.
Do you eat a lot of sushi and raw meat and stuff?
Not a lot, but like I do enjoy the occasional.
Yeah.
I mean, I try to stay away from cold and raw stuff because in traditional Chinese medicine, it's not great for you. You want to eat like hot cooked food.
Yeah.
Hot water. But hey, who doesn't like the occasional sushi?
But even when you shower in tap water, it could get in your body that way. Through the air, like it's everywhere.
Insane.
I'll be curious what you have going
I'm
on.
curious too.
I'm surprised because I heard it was common in Eastern cultures to like do parasite cleanses. Surprised you haven't heard about that.
Huh. I'm gonna go ask my co-founder Annie.
Yeah, find out what's going on there. We'll link the book below. Anything else you want to close off with? Yeah, it's been cool. Both Oxes, we got to stick together. Fellow Ox. Well, check her out, guys. We'll link the Netflix show, the book, and your podcast. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Yep. See you guys.